What is up, everyone? Adam from SOCCER.com here, and we're going to be talking about what happened today. Vive la France, France, the world champions. Let's get into it. This is SOCCER.com Live. What's up? Adam here with Joe.
What is
and
up,
with
Adam?
Martin,
Hello.
as always. We've got a little bit of a different set today.
What?
Yeah. Crazy, right?
How'd we get here?
Yeah. So we rented out, or Puma graciously rented out Motorco in Durham, North Carolina for us to watch the World Cup Final today with the rest of our SOCCER.com coworkers.
Yeah, what a final.
What a final. The most goals scored in a single World Cup final since 1998 at least, right?
That's a great
if not
stat.
ever. Yeah.
What else happened in 1998?
Kylian was born.
Kylian Mbappe was born.
Yeah,
And I think France won the World Cup.
they did.
They did, and now, 20 years later, world champions again. Let's get into it. Yeah, let's get into it. In the first half, it looked like Croatia were a little bit more of the aggressor, and they were controlling the game a little bit. But France went into halftime, 2-1 up. Do you think it was deserved, Martin?
Yeah. I mean, France we talked about this going into this game. France, on paper, front to back, were the better team, had the more talent. Croatia, obviously, brilliant story this World Cup. Not a Cinderella story because they're a really good team and everyone knew that, but certainly punched above their weight, I think it's fair to say, and came through in some difficult circumstances with some penalty shootouts and whatnot. But I think when it came down to it today, France just had more in every area of the pitch, especially going forward. And the class of Griezmann, Mbappe, Pogba, etc. really showed through.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think we all thought Croatian legs would tire. I know Martin hoped that would happen a game earlier than it did, and we all thought it would against England. Unfortunately for the English, unfortunately for the French, that happened today. Croatia showed, absolutely heart of a lion, maybe not three, but at least one strong one. In equalizing, just a brilliant first touch from Perisic, wonderful left-footed finish. It was 1-1, and then before you know it, he's handled the ball, VAR. We went to the VAR for the first time ever.
Is
in the
everybody
final.
loving VAR now, by the way? I mean, I'm enjoying it. I think it's a good thing. Anyway, we can get to that another time.
Yeah,
but
we'll have to look back. We'll have to go to the tape and review. Was VAR a good thing? But when we do, I don't know. We'll see if people got Geigered or if it was a good thing or not. But no, the equalizer, amazing. But then they give up the lead moments later, 2-1, and then from there, France pushed on and really looked like they were always more likely to score, except for a little error from Hugo Lloris.
To do that.
It was pretty Spursy for our Spurs friends out there. But no, France fully deserve it, and I think, fair play to them. Congratulations. And we can finally, at long last, put to bed those terrible, terrible jokes about how France can only defeat the world on their home soil.
It's true. It's true. The first French victory outside of France. And I think going into the World Cup, when you were looking at some of the favorites, you obviously had Germany, defending champions. You had Spain, always in the conversation over the last 2 decades. And of course you had France, because I think people thought that France were probably the most talented group. And I think the only question was whether Didier Deschamps could put a strong, unified 11 out. And you gotta say, obviously it's easy to say that now, but even after the group stage, there were some questions about whether they were a solid team, whether they really had the mentality of a world champion. And looking at the way that they weathered the Croatian storm in the first half, you've got to say, you've got to give a lot of credit to the way that Didier Deschamps has set up this team and his staff have set up this team, and then also the way that players like Paul Pogba and N'Golo Kante and Blaise Matuidi have taken on leadership roles in this team.
yeah, and I think experience was another thing that people looked at with France and said, you've got players like Mbappe, Varane, Pogba, who are still fairly young players. Mbappe, obviously, but some of those other players are still young players. And do they have the experience in these big games to kind of really, obviously they got to the final in Euro 2016, and that, I think, would have helped them get to a point where they were ready to take the next step. And you have to look forward and think, this France team is going to be around for a while. I mean,
For the next
the
decade.
majority of these players are going to be key players for them for the next, 8 to 10 years, certainly the next 1 to 2 World Cup cycles. And you wouldn't put it past them to next Euros in 2018 to, 2020 to in France, around Europe, but certainly France will be an impact there. So I think that they look really good for the future. And if I was a France fan right now, obviously I'd be pretty happy because I would be going to soccer.com, buying my World Champions t-shirt and really wearing it everywhere.
There you go.
But I'd also be really optimistic for the future.
I would be too. I would be wearing that new championship t-shirt with great pride.
Or this one.
I'd also be kind of worried that I'd be crashing out in the group in 2022, as we all thought, Germany, they looked like they could be the first team since 58 and 62 Brazil to go back-to-back. They crash out in the group. We saw that happen with the Italians. We've seen it time and again. So as excited as we all are to celebrate France right now, let's think about all those other great teams that we can support in 2022 and moving forward, and perhaps get a steal of a deal on a 50% off jersey right now on soccer.com. Support them for the Euros.
Oh, seamless.
That's how you do it in the biz.
He's professional. Speaking of, professional transitions, you mentioned the t-shirt.
Yes.
Tell me more about that.
The t-shirt, well, we have a whole selection on soccer.com right now. All you need to do is go to soccer.com/France and you'll find a few different designs. Adam is modeling
Champion of
one
the world.
here. I have another one, Les Bleus, World Champions. Get them now. You'll get
one
it.
with the World Cup trophy on it.
They are available right now on soccer.com/France. You will find them. You want to be, if you're a France fan, or even if you're not, you want to be repping the World Champions, obviously.
You'd be a winner. Also, if you're someone who supports our Passback program, which provides gently used gear around the world to those who may be competing someday in the next World Cup, look for a Croatia World Cup champion t-shirt coming to a field near you very soon. Those will be donated.
We never made those, Joe.
No, we were prepared, dude.
No.
We're
Anyway.
trying to celebrate next whoever it was.
Anyway, I think one of the bigger storylines that we've been covering over this World Cup has been just the dominance of Nike boots.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
First, I'm going to go ahead and say this because I don't think any manufacturer has ever been this dominant. 100 goals. First manufacturer to reach 100 goals in one World Cup. That's an incredible achievement.
Sure,
for
and the
Nike.
cleat that you're holding here, the Mercurial, made up the majority of those. We
Right.
saw them being worn by forwards, defenders, midfielders, pretty much everybody. I'm not sure if I saw any goalkeepers wearing Mercurial, but there probably were. And it told in the final goal count because Mercurial
Totally.
just dominated it. And yeah, couple of goals in the final. How many goals in the final? Mbappe,
Two,
Mandzukic.
Well, the Mandzukic goal. He didn't know much about it.
Sure.
But
But you've got the best young player in the world, Mbappe, just won that title, wearing
boot-
these. You've
golden
got
boot
Golden
winner.
Boot winner, Luka Modric, wearing
oh,
these.
that's Golden Ball wearing these.
Boots, balls,
Golden Ball winner Harry Kane
yes.
wearing
Hypervenom, yes.
Yeah, so I think you got to say the two teams in the final. I think when it comes to the brands, I think you got to say that Nike were probably the winners out of
Both teams in the final.
Both teams in
the
the
top scoring
final.
boots.
But to be fair, in the World Cup, you can never score without Adidas.
You can't.
Absolutely,
That's true.
and this was the ball that featured in the World Cup final, the Telstar Mechta official match ball. This one we actually have printed up, soccer.com. You'll be able to find exclusive match day customization. So this one was for the final, France-Croatia. And just as a little tease, we have a giveaway coming up for this a little bit later. Or do we want to do it
Let's
now?
do it now. Let's do it now.
Okay,
Don't be a
Sure.
tease. Don't be
Why
a
not?
tease, Martin.
why not? So you can win one of these. You can win this one, in fact. We haven't played with this one, so don't worry. This is perfect condition. France-Croatia final, customization on it. This could go on your mantelpiece, or you can play with it. You do whatever you want with it, really. All you need to do to win this is go to soccer.com/Adidas. You will find a form there to sign up, and you can win this ball.
Win it for free. If you're balling on a budget, it's the perfect giveaway for you.
There you go. So,
What is the password?
The password.
You'll need that.
The
Great
password,
job.
sorry, is champions. The password is champions. That's what you need to enter.
Knock twice, say champions.
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 knock twice, champion.
Don't forget.
Anyway, before we sign off for the last time this month,
tragic.
I want to go over. We went over. Joe and I talked about what we will remember most about this World Cup on the Instagram Live. But I want to ask a different question.
Yes.
For us right now, what are you looking forward to in 2022? What do you think you've learned from this World Cup that you think is going to continue, or maybe a team underperformed in this World Cup and you think they're going to rebound in 2022?
I mean, obviously, me personally, I'm looking forward to England.
Right.
A good young team continuing to get better. I'm looking forward to seeing the US men's national team continue to improve with Pulisic at the heart of the team.
The true GOAT Croatian.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Someone like a Lozano continuing to be a star for Mexico come 2022. I mean, there's so many really good stories, and obviously, from now until 2022, you can keep up with all of them by following us on SOCCER.COM, on Instagram and Twitter.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of action between now and 2022. Between, you got Copa America next year, you got Euros the year after.
Got the Women's World Cup.
Women's World Cup next year, Gold Cup, CONCACAF Gold Cup. So there's tons of action. Joe, do you have anything you're looking forward to?
The evolution of this live show, I think, would be something to look to in 2022. Will it be more watchable? It remains to be seen.
Will it be live from Qatar?
Probably not. Will it be in the fall? Will it be in the summer?
Who knows?
Will we have more viewers by then? I hope so.
It's definitely going to be in the winter. FIFA confirmed that. So.
Well, you can never trust them, can you? But
with
that said, I will want to see who can top Nigeria's kit. Ooh. That thing was flames. They wore it once.
Yeah.
It was a strong showing, actually, that one time. I will, who will take a photo with a GOAT ahead of the tournament in 2022? Early favorites? Early favorites? I'm going to say Harry Kane gets a little.
Really?
I think he's going to find it looked like he ran out of legs, to be honest, in this World Cup. If he starts drinking that goat milk right now, he'll be ready in 4 years.
And with that, we're going to sign off for the last time. Thanks for sticking with us all month. It's been a great month. Lots of great goals, lots of incredible games, and it just made up to be an incredible tournament. So thanks for watching it with us, and until we come on again, we'll see you next time.